What's the best way to make money online? It's dropshipping. Print on demand. No, it's print on demand. Print on demand.
No, it's
Print on
dropshipping.
demand. Now, let's be honest. You've had that conversation with yourself or with others multiple times before. Is it dropshipping or is it print on demand? Stay tuned because in this video, me and Bilbo are going to be going on about the pros and the cons of both and which one is best for you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Firstly, what is dropshipping? Now, dropshipping is a business model where you sell products from a supplier or manufacturer, but you don't keep any of the inventory. Basically, when you receive an order, you send that order to your supplier, to your manufacturer, and they ship the order to the customer. You do not touch the product. Typical dropshipping models are the niche store, the one product store, and the branded store. Now, if you're somebody who's just getting into dropshipping, you don't want to start off with a branded store, although that should be your end goal. The advantages of dropshipping are that it has low startup costs, there's no need to handle inventory, and it can be easy to scale. Now, when I say it can be easy to scale, it depends on your marketing methods and your marketing route. You might decide to do it organically, which is going to take longer and more effort. You might go with Facebook ads, which is less effort but more expensive. You might go down TikTok ads, trying a new trending route, and it's entirely up to you which way you're going to go down. The disadvantages include that it has low profit margins. This is mostly true up until you get to that branded store stage, in which case you can justify charging a higher price because you're a branded store, and that way it increases the profit margins a little bit. There's also less control over the fulfillment process, especially if you're ordering off AliExpress. You don't get the opportunity to quality check the item, and there's higher risk of supplier issues. If you're sourcing items from China and places like that, then you're going to get hit by shipping issues and things like that. Especially during the pandemic, I was hit hard by shipping delays, and this caused detriment to my stores. To overcome this challenge, you might use a fulfillment center. You might even have an agent. Now, an agent is basically somebody who acts as that middleman for you. They might slightly charge you a higher price for sourcing that item, but they will hold inventory and they will conduct quality checks. Now, with dropshipping, it's important to know that you can sell pretty much anything. Obviously, there are items that you probably should avoid. Things like kids' items, little kids' toys that are possibly safety hazards, you should avoid. Electrical items, anything fragile that could break during the shipping delivery process, you should avoid. But pretty much you can sell anything you'd like. Now, moving on to print on demand, you're basically selling custom printed items. This could range from t-shirts, jumpers, notebooks, mugs. Chopping boards is also a new one, and even pet products recently. Another popular one, which I tend to avoid just because of the popularity of it, is phone cases. Now, with print on demand, there's different ways you can go down. You can go through the marketplace, signing up to somewhere like Redbubble, where you basically just upload your design, and then when there's an order, their factory prints the design on the product and ships it out to the customer. Again, you are not touching the item, and then you will receive a commission. You might also do it where you create a Shopify store and you link Printify or Printful or another print-on-demand supplier to your store, and that way you are taking care of the marketing, you are responsible for driving traffic, and then every time an order comes through Shopify, that automatically goes through the print-on-demand supplier, and then they will ship the item and send it to your customer. There are different methods of doing print-on-demand, and therefore there are different pros and cons to each method. If you were going to go down the route of starting your own Shopify store, you're going to have the cons of you're going to have to market it. You're going to have to do the advertising, do the marketing, and drive traffic to your website. This will result in higher startup costs. In either of the methods, in print on demand, you've got less control over printing and the fulfillment process because it's basically outsourced. The print on demand supplier do that for you. And you've also got limited product options, although this is becoming less and less true with the expansion of print on demand. Print on demand started off with t-shirts and mugs and pens. You basically saw these at like job trade fairs and things like that, and they were primarily used for companies. Now anybody can create these items and sell them. So you get funky little designs on t-shirts, pens, pet products, and things like that. The advantages of print on demand and certain methods of print on demand is that there's no inventory required. Similar to dropshipping, there's no inventory. It's easier to set up if you're going down like Redbubble or Teespring or anything like that, where they basically, you create your store, your little hub on their marketplace, on their website. If you are going to go down the Shopify route, then that's another disadvantage. You're going to have to set up a website. if you can't create this yourself, you then have to outsource it, and that's more expense. If you're interested in learning more about print on demand, do check out my t-shirt side hustle video, how I talk about signing up to Redbubble, uploading designs, picking your tags, optimizing your keywords, and making sales within your first month. So to conclude, which one is right for you? Is it print on demand or is it dropshipping? Now, it entirely depends on your goals and your objectives. It also depends on your resources. Now, let's say you've got the money to put into advertising, to put into marketing, and that's what you want to do. You've got the money to outsource your website design, to outsource elements of your Shopify website, then by all means, dropshipping is probably the route for you. It can be low startup costs, low barriers to entry, but it is competitive. So having that financial backing, being able to market on Facebook ads and TikTok and Instagram and manage all your social media content by outsourcing is going to give you a massive advantage. The majority of people who are doing dropshipping are doing it with budgets. So by having that financial backing, you're giving yourself a step over the competition. If you do decide on dropshipping, do not mistake it for a side hustle. You are creating a business. This is going to be time consuming as you're going to be responsible for order fulfillment, customer service, product research, website creation, content creation, social media management, and all of the above, unless you've got the financial assets to basically outsource that. Now, if you're looking for more of a side hustle, then I would move away from Shopify and use print on demand, going with a marketplace such as Redbubble, or if you've got a way to drive traffic, Teespring is another good one. What this means is you'll upload the content, you'll upload the designs of the product, you write your description, you pick your tags, and there you go. You can decide to market and lead traffic to that Redbubble page. That's absolutely fine. But even if you don't, you can organically still get sales and still get views from Redbubble. Now, if you are deciding on the Redbubble product print on demand route, then you're looking at just the time to create those designs, uploading those designs, maybe conducting some product research, and that's it. There's no order fulfillment time or anything like that. Now, if you're still unsure, just take a step back and analyze your goals. What are you wanting from this? Are you wanting to start a business, or are you wanting a side hustle to bring in a little bit of extra income per month? Because knowing those questions and knowing what's in your way is going to help you decide which route to go down. As with any business decision, do your research, weigh out the pros and cons. If you decide to go down another route, that's absolutely fine. Do check out my dropshipping playlist or my Everyday I'm Hustling playlist, because that has multiple side hustles. And yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. If you learned something new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I post every single week. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.